Hello, guys. I will be telling you a story about a girl and her high school struggles. Everyone believes that she dated him, but she didn't want that to be the case. He wanted her, but she didn't feel the same way. Stick along to see how the story unravels. Let's throw it back to 2001. I was a 14-year-old kid who had left a huge public school that I absolutely hated, and now I was attending a tiny Catholic school that had been around for 3 years. Needless to say, they were thrilled to get one more student on the roster and more money coming in. I didn't know a soul at that school, but everyone was very welcoming and sweet. It was decades before I realized I was not actually romantically attracted to boys, so I tended to assume I was straight because of the occasional one-sided hopeless crush on some oblivious guy that I barely spoke to. Then I met Garrett. That's not his real name, obviously. He was interesting. Spoke with a very British sounding accent, except everyone in school, including him, was American. Always took the dress code very seriously, often wearing three-piece suits and the polished leather shoes to school. We had one of those awful double standards. Boys can wear whatever, but no jeans. Girls can wear jewelry or makeup, dress codes. I thought he seemed very mature and cultured for someone my age. We started talking a lot, and I thought I was crushing on him. He didn't seem to catch on, but I didn't mind. I could create entire relationships in my head without any input from my crush themselves, so I was good. The downside was that Garrett had a textbook, Asperger's syndrome, before it was changed to borderline autism spectrum disorder. Alone, he was funny and nice, but put him in a group of kids, and he was obnoxious and rude, a tactless person with no volume control. I knew nothing about autism or Asperger's until I did some research much later and realized YEP, he ticked every box. Consequently, everyone, including our teachers, thought he was rude and weird, and he was not popular. Sometimes I tried to gently point out why people got annoyed at him, and he seemed genuinely appreciative because he never picked up on any social cues. It did start to wear on me though, and I eventually stopped talking to him as much. I understand that Asperger's, so I often thought he was doing this on purpose and trying to be a class clown. It got old, and my crush-like feelings fizzled out. By now, the entire school thought that we were dating. I denied, and I denied it again, but nobody believed me. They initially had fun teasing me about it. Typical, oh, you're not sitting with him at lunch stuff. That's easy to brush off. But then they decided I should not date him. They had no problem with me. Oh no, I was nice. But Garrett, according to them, he was the worst. A total jerk, irredeemable and rude. Not the guy for you. I did not appreciate this. If I agreed with them how rude he could be, that did not give them the right to tell me to do something I wasn't going to begin with. And as is always the case, as soon as you deny a rumor, it just gets stronger. This went on for weeks. It would have been embarrassing though, if this was the only coming from the students. But even our school administrative assistant, we only had one, and that's how small this place was, came up to me one day and asked me point blank if I was dating Garrett. When I said no, she said, "Good. He's really disrespectful toward women." That was the only conversation we ever had. At one point, my flipping principal called me into the office to inquire as to whether or not these rumors were true. Garrett himself was not there, just me, and I reiterated for the millionth time, no, we were not, and had never been dating. Even the principal seemed glad to hear this and encouraged me to focus on my schoolwork. I was, and not dating, no problem. Thanks so much for getting involved in my personal life. Goodbye. The gossip eventually died down, and everyone went on with their lives. Garrett and I were a little uncomfortable around each other for a while, but we graduated. Still friends, we slightly improved in terms of the social interaction. but it was hard for him the entire time. I really hope he's doing better today. On a final note, looking back, I really am disappointed in everyone who preached tolerance and acceptance, yet acted like I had no business being nice to a kid who had the most trouble fitting in and making friends, with a lovely Christian attitude. Alright, that's it for the video, guys. Very interesting to see how she went through that and experienced. Feel free to watch the rest of the video of interesting Minecraft gameplay. Bye, guys. Okay, you can leave now. Why are you still here? Bye.